No, I have to be so careful. Stop!
Stop with that voice, coño. That's terrible.
Rogelito Satanás Borges.
God, it's terrible. It sounded horrible.
That's how my voice sounds. Stop.
Oh, I know what that voice sounds like. It
terrible.
reminds me of when Yzma gets changed into a cat. That's what it sounds like when Yzma gets changed into a cat in Emperor's New Groove. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, what just happened? What's Yzma?
Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Is that my voice?
Oh,
Is that
that's
my
terrible.
voice?
Well, I'm still not over
Hello.
Yzma. What's Yzma? I love David Beckham.
What would be? No, I love the Beckhams. Listen, there was a picture of them the other day eating literally on Miracle Mile outside in Coral Gables. Experience Coral Gables, the Instagram page, posted it because they live here in Miami. Because I mean, he's here with Inter Miami.
Yeah, he lives at the
I told Jose, I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna tell you right now that if I'm walking down the street and I see Posh and Bex,
that is your pass.
no, it's not even my past. It's like I'm just letting you know right now that
You will flip?
la pena que va a pasar. I need you to just come to terms with that it's going to happen and just film it all.
Somebody got a race.
Wow. There's some new toys on the board.
Perhaps.
Wow. Those things are new. We didn't have them before.
Actually, we have.
Wow.
Ooh.
Surprise us.
So that's AI Junior.
Yeah, I just have avoided this the entire time, so that way I can just.
Disguise my voice.
I love that.
So yeah, let's have a great show.
What do you say, guys? Come on.
I love it.
I like it. I
There's
like
no
it.
better way to start episode
I like
368 than that, honestly. Like, yes. And as you can hear, the audience enjoyed it too.
God, I thought people were going to be on vacation, but no.
No, not yet. They're waiting until Thanksgiving.
Wow. I think a special shout out to Juanita, who's always been here.
She's always here.
My God, she hasn't missed a show.
No. Did you have her pupusas?
Not yet.
No,
but I heard about them. I heard they were great.
Yeah, she brought some. Te were de un poco in the fridge.
Yeah, that's Salvadoran food, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a pupusa.
No?
I think the name is funny. I always thought the name was funny, pupusa.
I used to.
I want to have a pupusa.
My parents had a shop many years ago next to like a Salvadoran cafe, and so
Is that like a fritanga place? No, that's.
I mean, they would do pupusas, not fritanga, because fritanga is Nicaraguan.
Oh, fritanga is Nicaraguan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pupusa, I always thought it was funny.
It's a fun word to say.
Yeah.
Pupusa.
Yeah, to me it sounds like something else, but
It sounds kind of dirty. But in a fun way.
exactly, that's why.
Like not in a way that makes you ashamed.
right.
Right.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Well, welcome to episode 368, everybody. Welcome. As you can see, we're having fun today. Junior started us off with different voices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I liked it. I will say I'm a little disappointed though.
Pourquoi?
Because this week you started offering your French Luxe brownies, and I was hoping.
You know what?
I was hoping you'd bring one for me, one for Junior.
I'm gonna bring a box next week. I promise.
I was honestly, because I went to the gym earlier and I'm kind of hungry, so I was like, ooh, yay, empty calories.
There's a reason I didn't bring them, to be honest.
They're not ready yet.
It's because I have to bake tomorrow, right? And then when I bake, I eat.
Okay.
So it's not like when I do a key lime that I can cut into it, but when I do brownies, I have to try them to see how they
That's
are.
true.
And then I try them. And I was at a friend's house, Dallas Flores, this weekend, and she, I got up and suddenly she was like, "Yeah, maybe you just need to go to the gym." Oh my God, that didn't. No se me quitó de la mente.
She said that to you. Wow, that means she's a good friend. Because a casual friend won't say that.
Well, the thing is that she started to work out, right?
Okay. Good for you, Lollies.
And she's enjoying it a lot. And then, but suddenly she's like, "Yeah, you just need to work out." And I was like, I have been seeing myself like in side profiles, like in my apartment, and I can tell when I've gained a little bit of weight. And I was like, "Oh my God, eso me dolió."
Well, I will say this. Earlier today, I noticed though that you were standing there and your chest looked very nice. They were like, it was very pert and very like your
God, that means I've gained weight.
No, I was actually a compliment. Your pecs were like noticeable. Like I work these boys out. Yeah,
I think I used to. So yeah, that's the reason why, because I didn't want to bake, and then be tempted. So I didn't, but I have to bake tomorrow because I have orders this weekend. So I have to start baking tomorrow. So I promise next week I will bring you a box of the what am I calling them? The Lux brownies.
The Lux brownie.
With all these, they're really good.
Yeah, well, they look fantastic. They absolutely do. I mean, listen, you've got Biscoff, you've got dark chocolate. I mean,
With a cookie cream.
oh, and Oreos.
And Oreos, but the best one is the one with the cookie cream, Biscoff cookie cream. Oh my God. Speaking of that, okay, I'm sorry. You just pretend I'm not doing this, but I have to like post something. So
Okay, well, he's a multitasker.
I have to
this is what happens when you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
He's a multi-hyphenate.
Yes.
He, like J-Lo does this too. I've heard J-Lo in the middle of a scene will just be like, I've got to sign a contract for some new, shoes that I'm
But look, I haven't
designing
done-
with Kohl's or something. I
Look,
don't know.
but I already had it prepared.
You have, okay.
So I'll have to do is share it. That's
Just
it.
hit share.
And then, yeah,
Because he's thinking ahead.
absolutely.
Yes, you have to be prepared. You're like a Boy Scout. Always be prepared.
Okay. Were you ever in the Boy Scouts?
No, but that's their saying. That's their.
When I think of the Boy Scouts, I think of like, never mind. Let me not even go there.
Are you gonna say you think of like the scandals?
Yeah.
See, I just think of the always be prepared first.
No, I always think of the scandal, unfortunately.
Okay, well, that's because you were a journalist.
Maybe.
You
maybe.
probably had to cover that. Like, Primer Impacto would probably be like, y ahora el escándalo de los Boy Scouts de la
Las
América.
madres sumidas en un profundo dolor por la decepción de un grupo. Así. Yeah, that
Un
was
grupo
me.
de niños fueron al bosque, pero
Yeah.
encontraron más de lo que esperaban.
Y que caiga el 3, 2, 1. Que caiga el máximo peso de la ley contra el agresor. Ta, 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 pa.
Oh, so like that's a very mellow music.
For that, it didn't match. I was like,
I don't know
okay.
where it's coming from, though.
Wait,
Oh my God.
is that you?
Sorry.
I was like, that's a very odd
Sorry,
choice,
sorry.
Junior,
I'm
for like an abuse scandal.
Maybe
like,
we just got a sneak peek of his post.
I was gonna
That
say-
was the audio there.
Because I'm putting today I'm putting the key lime special, the Thanksgiving special. That comes with a key lime, some original French brownies, and some orange blossom meringues. That you can't find the orange blossom here. At least we haven't been able to. So Eric brings it from Paris, and we put the orange blossom. It smells like fire.
it's Junior vaping.
Oh, okay. Really, I was like,
Welcome to episode 368, donde estamos bien mal. Like,
it smells like fire. It smells like fire.
me too. It smells like fire to the music coming from nowhere. Like,
But he
it's-
normally vapes, right? I've seen him
Yeah,
vape.
yeah, he always
But
vapes,
I've
yeah.
never smelled it.
Oh no, I can smell it when he's
Yeah, I can smell it from here. I've never
Maybe
been
it's
able
a-
to smell it.
is it a new scent?
Is it a new scent?
yeah.
Nope.
Oh God!
Same old then. I don't know, maybe this conversation's catching fire over here. I don't know.
I like it.
Maybe it's all the props that we have
But it smells a
now.
little
Maybe
bit
it's
like-
all this fun
It
stuff
smells a
going
little
on.
bit. It smells a little bit like weed.
Whoa! Roger,
It's a vape.
chill.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's because I mean I'm sure like I've told you if they test me I'm high because my neighbor I don't know which one smokes because when I'm sitting in my living room which is next to the balcony I smell it. I smell it.
Really?
Almost. I hate it. Stop yawning. I just caught you.
I don't
get it. I don't
the
get
pot's
it.
putting me to sleep.
When have
That's-
you seen me? And I'm not gonna yawn because eso se pega.
The yawn's putting me to sleep. The pot is
No,
making
it-
me.
No. Oye, está.
All I did was,
Just switch the plants around.
and now everyone's acting weird.
Wow.
I don't know what's going
Lo que nos
on.
espera.
You see.
Lo que no se espera.
It's a
Let's
fun
speak
one.
correctly.
But you know what? On that note,
Yes.
because let's see if he chooses to use a voice. Let's
Oh.
go with Junior's weekend recap.
That's right. What are we down to? 12 seconds? I think we're down to 32
I
seconds.
don't
right?
remember what we were
32.
at. 32?
No, last time we were at 32.
We were at 32, so now we're at
If I'm not mistaken.
is
Now we're back to 20, down to 27.
27. All right. Are you feeling up for it, sir? Are
ready.
you ready? Are you ready with the
No,
stopwatch?
no. I need
okay.
2 seconds and hold on.
Okay.
Make sure I'm projecting correctly. It's 27 seconds.
So are you set up? The camera's ready to go. All right.
In
And
3, 2, 1, go.
Friday was Halloween. We went trick-or-treating with my best friend Sarah, and we were all Sesame Street. I dressed up as the Count, and I sounded like Roger in Primer Impacto. Ooh! cool. And then Saturday, I was selling furniture. I'm still trying to sell the damn furniture. Sunday, we took pictures of Roby's third daughter's first birthday. Shout out to Steph. We went to Matheson Hammocks. We took the cutest pictures ever. It was a great time. It was a family-filled, fun weekend. That's it. I don't know how much time I got, but thanks.
No, technically he made 27. You were at 27. You said
I made
that's
it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for that.
The cat with the voice.
I love that.
I love that one.
Can we give her a name though?
See, I can't tell if it's a her or a
I think
little kid.
I think it's a her. I think she identifies as a her. Yeah. What name could we give her?
Daphne?
Como?
Daphne.
I think that's a Daphne.
I like
Yeah.
Daphne. Yeah.
Totally a
Hey,
Daphne.
I'm Daphne.
I like
Daphne,
it.
what's up?
I love it.
I like it.
But let me tell you, Daphne's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love.
All right.
That's the new character, Daphne. Yes.
I love it. We're like a morning show now. We have different
Yes.
characters.
Yes. Welcome back, Junior.
How's everything?
Good. Good.
Everyone had a
Definitely
good weekend.
entertaining.
Everyone had a good weekend, or
Yes. Well, you didn't. I didn't do anything for Halloween. I actually worked. I was slinging wings. So.
I didn't actually. I even forgot it was Halloween, and I called a friend of mine, Dallas Flores, and I was like,
And then she told you you were fat,
That's my mom. Well, no, she
then-
told me that in person.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Sylvia. Roger,
yeah.
silence your
Of
phone.
course
Shout
I
out to
did. Thank
Sylvia.
you.
Roger, silence your phone. Shout out to Sylvia. Roger, silence your phone. Silvita, se te quiere.
Okay. No, actually, I called Dallas because I forgot it was Halloween, and then she had 3 kids, but one of them's in college, another one's older, like 20 something, and one is 14. So around 7, I'm like, "What are you doing tonight?" Blah blah blah, because I needed to pick her brain on something. And she's like, "It's Halloween." I'm like, "Oh, never mind, I forgot. I didn't even know because I don't really like Halloween."
I don't understand how you could just not like Halloween. I don't get it. Halloween's fun.
Let me tell you, I've had some nice Halloweens. One year with a group of friends I had, we dressed up as we rented a room at Pesadito energy coming. We rented a suite
I love how it went from a room to a suite.
at which I thought was really tacky, but anyhow, at the Fontainebleau.
Okay, well, that's nice.
I didn't like El Elemento there. I didn't. But we rented a suite because there were like 6 or 7 of us.
Okay.
And we hired a professional makeup artist, and we dressed up as geishas. But it was like geisha, like my friend who's an artist.
I feel
got
like
the
emphasis
professional
on the
wigs.
gay.
Geisha.
Geisha. Yes.
Geisha.
G-A-Y-S-H-A.
We needed to look the part.
Right.
So we looked so good. And we were all in character the whole time. And my friend
So
who's an artist.
any complaints about cultural appropriation are to be directed
Oh
to
my
Roger
God.
Borges
Now-
01
now-
on Instagram.
well,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't keep up with that. Listen,
pero let me tell you.
I love
All right?
geishas. I have a picture with a real geisha when I went to Japan, and I put it everywhere with a geisha. I'm posing like a geisha. So one year we did that, and then we went to Soho. There was a big party, and everybody was taking pictures of us. Like we never broke character. But then after an hour, we're like, oh my God, that's it, yeah, but God. So we did that one year. That was the only year that I dressed other than my regular outfit, which I can't wear anymore, which is the 70s with a big
Afro?
blonde afro.
Well, you can wear it. You just
Nope. I was told no.
let me finish, sir. There were white people who had afros in the 70s.
Really? No, but
Yes.
you have an
Bob
afro.
Ross.
Bob Ross. I mean,
Okay.
actually, my dad had an afro in the
You know,
70s.
I should have said that in my
so
last
yes,
job.
there's a difference between blackface and just wearing an afro.
No, but a lot of people have gotten, like, for example, what's her name? Luann from Housewives of New York. I remember when she wanted to dress like Diana Ross. She didn't do blackface, but she got a bronzer and she got an afro. She did a bronzer.
Right,
She
but the
wasn't
problem
that bronzed.
but the problem was the bronzer. More than anything in that scenario, the problem there was the bronzer.
I think, listen,
Not the wing.
I'm against, obviously, blackface and all that because of the history of it. I mean, God.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I was I was covering. I was working I was doing some work for some medical center like a couple of years ago because a friend of mine has a PR company, marketing company. And when I got there, it was Fono Viejito. I'm not going to say the name of it. I think they even went out of business. And when I get there, era de viejito todo. Pero the entertainer
It was blackface.
was doing blackface. And I was like,
Wow.
and my friend hadn't seen it, and los viejitos were laughing like, and I was like, and I'm like, Fulana, look at what's good. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
and they didn't get it. So that I know there's a difference when it comes to that. But to me, like now, if I wear like a Mexican hat, then like
Right.
I don't know, I'm discriminating or I'm being judgmental or I'm like,
It's called the sombrero.
yeah, the sombrero. It's like I can't. I just
He
can't.
doesn't even know what it's called.
And so I used to work with some what are they called, Gen Zs, and I was telling them about that, the fact that I was planning on wearing that, and they're like, oh no, you can't wear that.
Yeah, you can never go by what Gen Z says because Gen Z's offended by their own shadow.
Yeah, I was like, you can't
So-
wear that because I mean that's, and I was like,
Yeah.
So what is it? Social
Cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I never wore it. So I had a little gathering to go to, a little fiestecita, and I didn't wear it. I did not wear it. I wore some stupid wig, like a purple wig or something. So I don't know why I told you all that. That was a lot of information.
We were talking about Halloween. That's why. Yeah. Because
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything.
No.
Next year Halloween's on a Saturday. You know what? Next year we're gonna go out for Halloween. I'm gonna drag you out for Halloween.
No, maybe I'll change my mind and I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a year.
Yeah. What did you do?
I was working at Beat Culture. I was.
That's right. You said it,
I
you
was.
said it,
I
you
was
said it.
frying chicken, so I didn't do
How
anything.
did it go?
It was a slow
Okay,
night. It was a slow night. Yeah. So there was that, but I wasn't out spending money. I was. I was making money as slow as it
That's
went.
good.
I was making money.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What else did I do that? Oh, this weekend. Actually, I spent most of my weekend working, doing like shooting content for my new Lux brownies, and I was very proud of because like I worked a lot on the video. I had looked a lot of. I had looked 3, 2, 1. I had looked at a lot of YouTube videos for people with like shots and all that and little tricks. Like I learned that like if you put like a little rag or a little napkin, that's how you get the smooth.
Oh,
And it
okay,
makes
that's a good
all
one.
the
Yeah.
difference. So I learned a lot.
Okay.
So then I put everything to work, and I was recording all this material for content. So I spent most of my weekend doing that. So then when I actually published it on Sunday, I couldn't believe. I normally get like 1,000 views or 1,500 views,
Right.
and I couldn't believe how many views we got. We got like over 13,000 views, and for me that was a lot. I've never.
Because that is a lot.
That is a lot.
That
And I
is
was
a
telling
lot.
Eric, in the morning, I told Eric, did you see how many hits we got? And how many views? He's like, we got like 8,000. I'm like, no, we're up to like 10,000. And then it kept growing and growing and growing and growing. So I was like, coño, at least all the work that I did, people responded to it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Listen, and again, they look fantastic.
Thank you. Because shooting content and B-roll takes a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm a perfectionist. So I need to make sure that everything. And then the more I do them, the better I get. So that's what I was doing most of the weekend. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
that will take up most of your weekend, and that's why you didn't get to the gym like Odalis.
My God, I haven't been to the gym in so long. And I have every reason to go to the gym. I have a gym in my building. I have a nice
you
view
have
in
no
my building.
excuses.
So yeah.
No
and now
excuses.
it's not to look hot. It's just because
It's always to look hot.
after a certain age, you're supposed to be going to the gym.
It's always to look hot.
Okay.
Health is a total like side effect.
Yeah.
For me, it's about just thirst traps.
I used to do that when I used to go to Mykonos every year for like 7 or 8 years. I did that, and then I would lose like 4 or 5 pounds. I would go down to a grade like one, actually less now, way more. I would go down to like 136, 135. I was like,
Good Lord, 136. I think that's what I
Yes.
weighed in 5th grade.
I se me veían los abs. I was like, yes. And other pictures was like, I'd always get in trouble at work for that, but whatever. I don't care.
Whatever, they're just jealous.
I think so.
They were. I agree.
And actually, I love my boss. He was so nice.
You can still be nice and still be jealous.
Yeah, no, he wasn't jealous. No, okay, I used to pose like on the beach with all my friends, like with a bandana. I'm like, oh, everybody's like, he's like, Roger, do you really have to do that? You have to do news the next day. I'm like, I don't care.
Who cares?
Like, yeah, that's a side of me too.
Actually, that brings in viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
Sex sells, baby.
Rompimos la audiencia.
Sex sells.
My mom, what did my mom want?
Speaking. Mira a ver que no
Una
hay nada.
foto, una foto.
Okay, as long as there's nothing, serio.
What is she sending me of course, she's sending me pictures of my friend Erica, who she loves.
It's just a random picture of like, ay, que linda, like
She's
like a screenshot.
gotta love them.
That's great. So, speaking of sexy, this week was a little disappointing for me because yet again I was overlooked by People Magazine.
Oh no.
Yes, I
What are
didn't.
those people thinking?
I did not win People's Sexiest Man.
I don't understand.
Yet again, I'll settle for Sexiest Podcaster because that benchmark has that has to be a
Yeah.
very low bar.
No, I don't think it's low bar.
The average podcaster is probably not sexy. So I think it's a low bar, and I think I should pass it.
I think you stand a good chance.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
but not because of the reasons you
That's what I'm
mentioned.
saying. It's a low bar, so I should be
not
reach
because
it.
of the reasons you mentioned. Because you're good looking, you're in good shape. Yeah,
I
because
think
of
so. I'm going to try harder next year to campaign. I don't even know if it's a category.
and you don't have low self-esteem.
I think I could have more. I think.
Are you Argentine? I had a therapist once tell me that her best clients were the Argentines because they would come in and they will be like, they will have a problem with like their husband or something. And they're like, let's say they weigh like 300 pounds and they're like, I know I'm super sexy and I know they say they're old and missing a tooth. I know I look hot. My hair is beautiful. My teeth. And she's like, those are my best clients, patients, though, Argentine.
You start at a higher step on the
Yeah.
ladder. Yeah, absolutely. But no, so Jonathan Bailey was selected as People's
Love
Sexiest Man of the
him.
Year. I don't know if I agree that he's sexy. I think he's attractive and talented and all that, but I don't know if I get sexy off of him. But I do think it's interesting that like we're still doing this in 2025, that there's still like that, People's Sexiest Man. And I think it's a nice counterbalance. At least at one point it was a nice counterbalance to like the swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that in recent years, that swimsuit issue has changed its perspective so much that now I don't know if the Sexiest Man issue should change its approach too. Because like last year it was Martha Stewart on the cover of the sexiest of the swimsuit issue. Like she, you know what I mean?
But I think she was on one of the covers.
But what I'm saying is, it used to be like just
you have to be hot.
like young 22-year-olds who are hot, and now it's and they have full figured models, and they have Martha Stewart, older ladies, and I don't know if like the People's Sexiest is it still like just who's the young hot thing of the moment.
Well, I think
And maybe
he's-
Sharia.
I think
put
he's
me on the cover.
I think he's very attractive.
He's attractive.
I don't think
just
the
if
picture.
he's
I don't think the
sexy.
picture. I don't think the picture did him any justice. I think he's got much. It's like when Chris Hemsworth got Sexiest Man Alive. The picture that they put, the cover was horrible. Him con una tejita por acá. He looked awful.
Yeah, but I think Chris Hemsworth, you could make the argument is if nothing else traditionally sexy, and maybe that's the thing with Jonathan Bailey. I don't know that
But he's-
Bailey is
I think
traditionally.
I think he's traditionally very good looking. I think he's classically
Yes,
beautiful.
but you keep saying good looking, and I keep saying sexy, and it's not the world's most good looking man; it's the world's sexiest man.
But I think sexy could also be, when you have confidence, and he's very confident, and he's kind, and on top of that, I think he's good looking. And if you saw him in what's that series?
Wicked?
No, the other one.
I actually don't know him from many things.
No.
From too many things.
From ay, ¿cómo se llama? It's that timepiece. No, ¿cómo se llama? Something.
The Birmingham. Oh my God, the one on Netflix.
Yeah,
Birmingham,
Bridgerton. Bridgerton.
And we will not be getting cast on that anytime
Bridgerton.
soon. We can't even say
Bridgerton,
Bridgerton. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was on
there
it.
too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and there maybe if you see him there,
Okay, maybe.
because he he plays like the sexy guy who's
He's like the Lothario, like
banging all these girls.
okay.
And, so maybe you'll change your mind
Okay.
if you see him. But yeah, I think he's a sexy guy.
Okay.
I just don't like the picture.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know. I don't get sexy.
I just like that he's so confident. I always thought he was straight.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I always
knew.
thought he was straight. And then in an interview, he was talking about it very normal. I was like, coño, mira. I had no idea. So yeah, I was happy with him, just didn't like the picture.
Yeah. See, I think he's the first openly gay People's Magazine People's Sexiest Man.
yeah?
I think he's the first. Again, I say openly gay cover.
Speaking of that, you know that
We're gonna talk
where
about
I'm
the
going?
Netherlands?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Netherlands has the first openly gay prime minister.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah.
I
And that's
them.
always very important to say with these things, that openly gay, because there are rumors that Abraham Lincoln was gay. So, openly gay is what you got
Oh
to.
my God! And speaking of gay,
Speaking.
Junior. Just kidding. Speaking of gay, Katy Perry, right? She's dating Trudeau.
Yes, Justin Trudeau.
which is a prime
El hijo de Fidel.
former prime minister. Huh? Yeah.
You've never heard that
No,
rumor?
no.
The rumor is that his mother had like an affair with
Really?
Castro, and that he's el hijo de Fidel.
Well, so they're dating, and now this guy, what's his name? The singer, Diplo.
Diplo, yeah, the singer. He gives me no context. He's like, the singer. I don't. There's a lot of them, Roger.
My memory fails me at
There's a
every stage.
DJ named
Right, there's a DJ Diplo, yeah.
A
Okay.
DJ producer.
That one.
Okay.
Well, he says that's the one that got away. Apparently, he dated
Katy,
him.
That Katy Perry's the one that got away, or that Trudeau's the one that got away?
Diplo.
I think his real name is Thomas Wentz
Diplo.
or something. But,
Diplo. Yeah, he it was on TMZ that he's like, oh, that's the one who got away.
But was he talking about Trudeau or Katy Perry?
About Trudeau, absolutely.
I'm gonna look this up. Not
Well,
that I don't believe you.
No.
But this is just one of those hold on.
Let
Diplo
me just
Trudeau.
remind you of what's happened every time you question.
Well, I'm also gonna remind you of what happened when you questioned your cousin's birth date, and I was correct.
But that's different.
No.
Dale, vete pa TMZ, dale, no.
Okay, yeah, no. Katy Perry's ex, Diplo. Okay, no, because he's her ex.
Both. He's dated
because
both.
he's her ex. That's why I'm like, are you sure?
Okay.
Okay.
Keep reading, please.
No, I just
he
needed the headline.
He alleges to have dated both of them
Right.
separate times
Right.
in
So,
the past.
but then the People headline, deadline is Diplo jokes he's dated both Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. So
That's the People's headline?
yeah, it's the People headline. So I don't know, which way to go, but that's why I was like,
the Yahoo line says it says alleges.
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 Because nobody wants to get sued.
So,
Alleges.
Nobody wants to get sued.
I said he said.
Yeah. No, the reason that was not that I was questioning you, but it's because I know he dated Katy Perry. That's why I was like, are you sure?
So is there like an apology coming, or I don't really deserve one?
No.
Okay.
No. We don't apologize for things on this show.
Roger, I just got a text from Ish. It just says sorry with a very mad face next to it.
Well, we have a
pero
group
no se
text.
puede.
We're in a group chat, and I didn't get it.
No. This was just.
No,
This
just to him.
Yeah.
It was about something related.
It's on AIM. AOL Instant Messenger. Yeah.
I got it.
Me mandó.
Yeah, I time traveled.
It's hard for you to say sorry?
It's I don't know.
And overall or not really?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm
No,
perfectly.
so that's Justin Bieber.
That,
So we were talking about Justin Trudeau. Diplo has a song that he also remixed and produced of Sorry. And,
I love that song.
And now you just said, is
Bieber,
it too hard for you to say
Bieber
sorry?
and Trudeau are both Canadian.
So,
We made the
estaba
connection.
ahí, the
Sin
6
saberlo-
degrees of
sin
Kevin
saberlo,
Bacon.
and I was bringing everything together.
Or 6 degrees of Diplo
That's a talent.
at this point.
That's a talent.
Yes. No, actually, I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong at all. Just in general.
Eric says I do.
I could see that.
Sometimes I do, but not all the time. Like whenever I say I'm sorry, I'm like, write it down. Because like, you never say I'm sorry. I'm like,
fact that you say write it down.
Write it down. Remember, no, because you never say I'm sorry. I mean, it's so much easier for me. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, what world do you live in? It's not easier for you. Whatever. But anyhow, pobrecito.
Pobrecito.
No, I feel bad because he's always traveling, Like he was in New York, then flew, got to Paris, waited 2 hours, got on a plane, went to see his mom,
sick.
was there for 2 days, and then, back in Paris. Now he leaves tomorrow to Chicago. So that's when he gets here, he's so tired.
No, and that, I mean, I whenever I travel, like on the way back, I always get a cold. From the airplane, I always, yo siempre me enfermo, so I can only imagine with him doing so much traveling, like, yeah, he must constantly just be in a state of like
I usually get COVID.
la defensa baja.
I got COVID twice. In Italy, I remember I was in the airport, and I remember I went, achoo, and I was like, oh my God, este hijo de la gran madre, like, just gave me COVID. 3 days later, I had COVID. And then the other time I traveled, I forgot, I don't know if I was coming from Italy too, también. In the airport, I was like, oh. And then I got here 2 days later, I had COVID.
So you got that Italian COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came with a side of pasta.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, actually. I was 2 or 3 days that I was like, I was good.
Tasted like Parmesan. It was nice.
Oui.
Yeah.
Oui, monsieur.
Yeah.
Oui. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, Junior, Roger, have you guys heard of...
Have you ever?
Have you?
Is that right?
It's one time at band camp. Have you guys heard of an app called Clock Out?
No.
Okay. Funny you say that because I invited you to join. So
How did you invite me?
It's the one that you were like, oh, I'm going to join that app.
Oh,
so,
shoot.
Yes. So you have heard
the
of it.
one for the
It's a mixer type of thing. Yes.
Oh my God, remind me to do it before I leave here today.
So the reason that I bring it up is because, and the reason I even signed up for it in the first place is because originally, I read a headline that apparently this app is consistently or currently rejecting people who sign up for it who went to FIU.
Okay.
Now, the reason being that apparently this app is supposed to be like very selective and it's a networking app. So it's think like LinkedIn, but it's supposed to be like next level LinkedIn.
Okay.
So
LinkedIn sucks.
this is why I'm saying next level. And so they're trying to curate like people who only like, went to certain, schools and have certain degrees and certain professions and things like that. I got accepted.
Where'd you go to school?
I don't know what that means. UM.
Oh, you went to, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
I think my first year was your last year there. I think there was a year that we overlapped.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Where did you graduate?
I graduated in 2001.
I'm class of whatever, doesn't matter.
He's class of sometime before 2001. And so I applied for it just to be like, let's see if I get rejected and whatever. I haven't really played around with it too much, but it just seems like a lot of just like so-and-so wants to connect with you and so-and-so wants to connect. So I think it's still in like the building
But is it
connection phase.
Do you think it's like legit? Like people are.
Well, it seems to be a lot of people, and I keep getting notices that's like, a director at Meta wants to connect with you. A no sé qué.
You think it's sponsored? Or?
No, it seems genuine, but and again, admittedly, I have to play with it a little bit more. It just doesn't seem to do anything other than the connection phase right now. Like, and they really push the paid version of it. They're pushing the paid version a lot. So, but I just brought it up because I was just like, what do you how do you feel about apps like that? Where it's clearly it's trying, and people from FIU are complaining. They're like, well, fuck you. Like the university does have a law school and a medical school, so it is a legitimate school. But I don't know. Do you think that there's something to just like when you're trying to curate things so much, it's overkill?
Well,
like you almost just.
I think there's an advantage
spin
to
yourself
that.
out of it.
I think there's an advantage to that, and I'll tell you my perspective. For example, years ago, I haven't been a member probably for 4 years or so, but for many years I was a member at Soho House, right? Which you have to pay a membership.
Yes.
You have to pay. I forgot how much it was, but anyhow, I think it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
So then, but there's also an expectation. You will go upstairs and then
An expectation
an expectation
from you or from them?
I think from me.
Okay.
Que no va a haber metralla.
Okay. Fair enough.
And especially in
I think that's
Miami,
one of the clauses.
that there's a level of like, I don't know,
Cachet.
sí, caché, educación, no sé qué,
Right.
the way people and
A certain level of behavior.
yes.
Yes.
Sí, no necesariamente educación. Not meaning you went to school and got a
Correct.
degree.
Right. Yeah. That's why I went like with behavior.
And for example, they wouldn't allow you to take pictures.
Really?
So that because a lot of famous people will go there. So they didn't want fulanito, hey, I'm taking him. And they will warn you once, if they would do it again, you will be escorted out.
Really?
So those things I liked. You can tell, okay, oh, yeah, Juan Pedro. There wasn't any of that. So there was a certain level of, I don't know, classiness, I guess you want to call it that. And then, you would go to the beach and you would have your little cooler, and they would bring you food and they will clean your feet. I mean, with a little thing of water.
Yeah.
You can order. So I think it caters to a certain environment that if you want to pay for that, I think it's okay. Whenever I would have friends from out of town or out of the country coming in, it was a cool little place to take them, to go that, we didn't have a problem getting in. You can get in. Era carito, but I think you pay for that. So I don't mind that. And you couldn't just apply. Someone had to recommend you.
Yeah.
And if you were, for example, an accountant, they didn't want that.
Really?
No, they wanted people in artsy. A friend of mine who was in a
Define
account-
artsy.
Communications, journalist, painter, writer, musician, stuff like that. But if you're like, I don't know, you work the stock market, they're not interested.
Interesting.
There are exceptions, but they want a more artsy.
Okay.
I had, I don't want to call them friends, but these people that I knew.
Acquaintances.
Yeah. And
Coño, que cara puso. Even for acquaintances, he put like.
Because one was very, very wealthy, but era bien pesado. And he wouldn't get accepted. And he was like, he came from a good family. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I can't believe that they don't accept me. And they wouldn't accept him.
What did he do for
He did like finance, blah,
Okay.
blah, blah.
Okay. So more traditional.
Yeah, and they hate that.
That's
So it was a more
interesting.
artsy crowd. Like you're there, you see a musician or you see someone famous or, you know, también hay mucha gente plástica. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
But it's
I can
okay.
imagine.
I can deal with that a little, you know.
You know, I'm used to red carpets.
Yeah,
so I'm
used
sure
to.
you,
It's okay.
you've dealt with entertainment.
It's
yeah.
okay. But I kind of miss that a little.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
See, I would feel out of my element. I would just feel like I don't belong. And I don't even know if imposter syndrome would be the right phrase to use because it's not even that it's like, oh, I don't feel. No, I just feel like I don't think I would be comfortable. I think there would be a certain element of me that would just be like, I'm performing. Like it's this facade of who I am. I don't know if I could let my guard down. I would feel too.
I think there's a little bit of both in me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I'm still like that guy who used to work at McDonald's.
Right.
You know, but there's still that guy who used to do red carpets and
Right.
hung out with blah, 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 blah. So I think I became comfortable with both, you know?
Yeah.
And I could weed out los hipócritas, los pesados a mile
Right,
away, and I
right.
could be more pesado than you if you give me an attitude. Because I have that scorpion side.
That pesadito energy that we
Right,
just
que
talked
si no te
about.
metes conmigo, we're good. Pero si te metes conmigo, it's very hard for me to be like, okay, like I
Right.
call you out on it.
Right.
So I think I did okay in that. So no, I'm not opposed to it. To answer your question in this long,
No. I just think you know how to navigate it better than I do.
because you're more like my cousin. Tú eres más sencillo.
Yeah.
Tú eres más sencillo.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't go flying fuck if you're
Sí.
from old money. I'm like,
Tú eres
I don't
más
know.
sencillo.
When you drop dead, you're going 6 feet under too, bitch.
Let's see, for my family, well, Diam, Darian's brother, he's not sencillo. I have a Rolex, but I'm sencillo. How about this? I'm sencillo. I'm like, okay, great. You know, I'm like, well, I'm not, but I say I'm
Right.
not. You know,
Okay, you own it.
I
Yes,
own it.
You
I own
okay.
it. Darian, no, not good. And my brother, he's not coming me in that sense.
No.
But no, he's not. No, I guess I'm the
You're-
I'm the troubled child.
Hence why pesadito energy. Like this is, I think this is why it all.
But if you get to know me, you know I'm not pesado.
No, again, and when I listen, you know, when we say it, we first of all we mean it lovingly because we coined it.
I could be.
Because we coined it and say it to your face, which is always very different than saying it behind someone's back. But I think there's just something about it also. Like I think there's an element, and you even touched on this, where it's like because you own it, right? It's not like you just said. It's not like who me? No. You're like no, yeah, I would willingly pay Soho House to not have to deal with people. Like
Yeah.
you own that part of you, and I think that in and of itself makes you not, for lack of a better word, I'll just use the word you use, plastic in that sense, right? Because you are very much like, yo, bro, this is who I am.
Part.
No. But what I'm saying is, you're like, yes, I feel that way. You're not trying to give an image of one thing and be another, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what?
there's no facade to you.
Okay, I try to. I mean, I have like. It reminds me of like when I used to do entertainment that they wouldn't want me to do entertainment, only do hard news because no, if you do entertainment, then people won't take you seriously. I'm like, wait a second, I have both sides to my personality. If something bad happens, I can tell you. Like, we're having a conversation, somebody dies, I'm not gonna be like. But if you tell me something funny, I'll laugh.
Right.
You know. So I think I have both sides, like everyone does. But for me, I think what happened with me was that I came from, again, working at McDonald's to then
Humble beginnings, right?
humble
Yeah,
beginnings to, working, on TV and then working at Univision where, you work there 2 days and back then people would just recognize you anywhere you go. So I was like, oh my God, I'm walking down the street and it's like, Roger, picture, camera, sign. And I was like, oh my God, like, at the beginning, I would write them down. How many people would recognize me? So at the beginning, where you're not used to that, to me it was like, oh my God, oh my God,
I'm famous.
Oh my God,
I'm
Roger,
recognized.
picture,
Yeah,
Roger, picture. So that is like the little roller coaster. Okay. At the beginning, you're like, oh my God, yeah, you're going to a club and you're in line. They're like, you come in. I'm like, oh, yes, So it could play with you a little. It's like we're from the media, we're from this. But, oh yes, let the TV people in. So when you're younger. It's like, whatever. And then as you get a little bit older, you realize, okay, it
doesn't mean anything.
It's not that I changed. It's just like I was exposed to that for a while. And, like, I don't know. I guess you could have your pesadito moments, But I don't remember ever treating anybody bad or belittling
Right. Well, that's
anybody
important.
or, thinking I'm better than you. Just, it's like, whatever.
Well,
That's the best way I can explain it.
I will say, by the time this airs, you will have had your birthday. So happy,
Oh.
happy, por adelantado, but by the time this comes out,
Thank you.
belated birthday.
Thank you. Yes.
How does it feel to be 63?
I think I'll be dead by then. But anyhow.
Coño.
Yeah.
¿Cómo?
Anyhow,
Coño, really?
what do you say? The thing is that
Are you one of those people who likes their birthdays or no?
I do like my birthday, but this year's a different year.
Okay.
You know why? I'm not gonna go into it. Anyhow, sorry, just respect that. Sorry.
No. But we all go through moments where it's just like yeah.
But anyhow, so on my birthday, I always go to my parents' house and they cook for me. It's like the OGs go, like O'Dallas goes, my friend Lisbeth goes, whatever. It's not a lot of people. It's just like 5, 6 of my friends. But then this year I was gonna do that too, and Eric was not gonna be here. And like when I have people over, usually and I was like, I'm just gonna tell them to come to my apartment. But then I'm like, it's weird for people to come to my apartment and Eric not be there because he's always like makes little things. And so I felt kind of bad that he's like, why don't we just do it when you come back? I'm not gonna celebrate my birthday a week after when you're not.
Why
here.
not? Celebrate it a week later. I celebrate my birthday for like a month.
Well, and then I hung up and then I was like, I had a complete change of heart. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because the apartment that I live, the building that I live, it's a love-hate. Like, I love physically the place. It's a nice place. But I hate the people in the management. I hate them. They're corrupt. I hate them. So, I had to, like, replace that energy and be like, as long as I'm living here and I'm paying for it, let me enjoy, the amenities. And, it's pretty and it has a pretty view and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to shift. Because I was sitting by myself in the terrace of the building. And it's pretty because it has a nice view. And none of my unit. Well, my unit has a nice view,
your unit has a nice view.
But I mean, the terrace of the building it overlooks the water. And I was sitting there and I was like, coño, I saw this una familia. There were maybe like 6 or 7 people come con su little javitas, and they were in the corner and they were eating. And I was like, why can't I do that? Yeah. Why can't I do it with my family? Why can't I invite 4 of my friends and come over and do that? Why not? So then I had a change of heart. So then next week I'm gonna invite the OGs, maybe like 4 of my friends, and have my dad cook because my dad likes cooking. So I'm gonna have my dad cook. It's a tradition. And I was telling Dallas Flores, and she's like, "You always mention my name and last name." And then she's like, "Yeah, it's not bad to shake it up a little. So yeah, let's do that." I'm like, "Okay." And then I feel bad making everybody go to Brickell and not Westchester. Westchester's homey. It's like it's easy.
But that is your home.
That is my home.
You know,
it is my home.
Brickell's your house. It's your home.
Well, but when I think of home, like I always think of Westchester.
Fair enough, but what I'm saying is that it's not like you're inviting people to like a hotel room.
But
you know what I mean?
My
it's not something
is
cold.
But my apartment is where I feel good. I feel safe there. Like, well, sometimes I want to kill people there. I really do. I dream about those things. I know that's hard.
Wow.
Therapy.
Junior, this is a very revealing episode with Roger, right?
I've actually dreamt
is
about
it me?
I've actually dreamt and visualized. Yeah, that's terrible, but I have. I've been through a lot in that freaking building. Yeah, I actually have visualized.
All right. So tell me more, Roger. This is therapy.
You
time.
don't know what I've been
This
through.
is therapy
you
time.
have no idea what I've been through for so many years. It's horrible.
How long have you been there now?
Too long, like 20 years.
Wow.
I pay $1,700 a month in maintenance.
Wow.
Yeah. I started paying $200 and something.
20 years. Jiminy Christmas.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But anyhow, it doesn't affect me at all.
No me rompa el vaso. It's like, ah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to focus the energy and move it, and then be thankful for the fact that I'm there, that it's that I like the place, that visually is nice, and I'm trying to not be like, I just, I go and I just try to be in my apartment, sit out, look out, and try to be positive.
Yeah. No, because I've always got the vibe that you enjoy your birthday. Generally speaking.
Yeah, I always
because there are people who get sad, people who don't like it. I don't get that
I
from
don't
you.
get sad. I don't get sad. And I don't know. I think maybe on Friday I'll go somewhere with Erica, and my friend Marita was like, la doctora, la doctora Marisa Fuentes. She's 6 feet tall. She was like, ¿qué vas a hacer, mi amigo, para el día de tu cumpleaños? And I'm like, well, right now I'm doing much, but okay, hablamos mañana, vamos a hacer algo. And I'm like, okay.
See, and you don't even need the thing Junior has to do the voices.
No, I can do them, without even knowing, without even trying. You know what I've noticed too when I'm here? Que tengo la voz como ronca. It's always like ronquito.
But I've always heard your voice that way.
Really?
Yeah. I've always heard your voice that way, even on TV. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because yours is more. It's more crisp.
Well, mine is yours is
What is it? Yours is non-binary. That your voice, because I don't know if it's man or woman. What you identify?
identified. That's a male. Okay.
No, I'm saying, did that sound mean that I said non-binary? Now I'm always thinking.
No, it didn't, because I don't.
No, I have to be so careful. Stop.
Stop with that voice, coño. That's terrible.
Rogelito Satanás Borges.
It's terrible. That sounded horrible.
That's how my voice sounds. Stop.
Oh, I know what that voice sounds like. It
terrible.
reminds me of when Yzma gets changed into a cat. That's what it sounds like when Yzma gets changed into a cat in Emperor's New Groove. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, what just happened? What's Yzma?
Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Is that my voice?
Oh my
Is
God,
that
it's
my
terrible.
voice?
Well, I'm still not over
well.
Yzma. What's Yzma?
Yzma is the
I can't.
villain
I
on
can't take you
Emperor's
seriously.
New Groove, played by
I
Eartha
can't. I don't
Kitt.
understand anything you're
Venerable
saying.
Eartha Kitt. And I'm like,
Oh my God, I can't.
she's played by Eartha Kitt in The Emperor's New Groove, and at the end of the movie, she gets turned into a cat.
Denver's new what? What are we talking about? Is this like a real conversation? I don't know. What is this? I really don't know what you're talking about.
The Emperor's New Groove.
The Emperor's New Groove?
Yes.
Is that a movie?
It's a Disney movie from like, I don't know, what, 10, 15 years ago?
No,
Probably
no,
more.
way more. Yeah.
Probably more than
Emperor's
that.
It's probably
New
like
Groove?
25, 30 years already now.
many.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to know that? Is
you-
it a cult fiction thing or like?
No, it's a Disney movie. It's an animated Disney movie. It was very, very popular.
And it's called what?
The Emperor's New Groove.
The Emperor's New Groove?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of The Emperor's New Groove? Junior.
25 years old.
The Emperor's
Jiminy.
New
Released in
Groove.
2000.
Coño, 25 años.
No, I've never seen this.
Oh, it is wonderful.
Yeah. Great
It's-
film.
Is like, I mean, we had an entire episode basically talking about
Yep.
it. Like, yeah, the
and
three
you
of
think
us.
the average person would know this?
Well, the average listener knows it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, but this looks like the guy from Shrek. No?
Well, no, that's oh my God, what's the name of the guy that John Goodman plays? Pasha?
I'm sorry. I have never heard of this in my life. What is it now? Posh? Dude,
Yes. Well, anyway, the villain is the villainess is her name is Yzma, and she's voiced by Eartha Kitt. And at the end of the movie, because the whole thing is that she turns the Emperor Kuzco into a llama. At the end of the movie, she turns herself into a cat, and she sounds like that.
oh, okay. Well, thank you for sharing. You know, I love that.
No sabes nada.
Well, I want to bring something up.
All right. You know what? Let's take a break.
Of course. Me conta siempre.
Let's take a break, and when we get back from our sponsor, we'll get back to Roger.
Should have known better.
Ya llegó Navidad, which means time with family and, of course, all of our favorite holiday foods. Coquito, flan, cachapas, arepas, charcuterie boards. All of them so yummy, and all made from deliciously creamy dairy like we get from Florida milk. This holiday, you can find your new favorite dairy-based recipe at floridamilk.com or lechedeflorida.com. Así que whether it's Thanksgiving or Nochebuena, don't forget to add dairy to the celebration. Happy holidays from Florida dairy farmers and Pero Let Me Tell You. All right, and we are back, and so now I will toss it to Roger.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Yes.
I don't know, which am I going to talk about first? Let's talk on one that's a little more newsy. Okay. Not newsy. I think it's cool. Do you hear about hold on, 3, 2, 1. Hold on.
There's a lot of resetting in this episode.
Prince William.
Okay.
No.
I've heard of him, but what?
Rewind. That
Andrew.
was totally wrong.
Prince Andrew.
No Prince. No.
Prince Jackson.
David Beckham.
Wow.
No connection.
I mean, they're both British.
But there's a connection.
They're
There's a
both British.
There's a
so,
connection. There's a
okay,
connection. There's a
all
connection. I bring him up because you know that he was just knighted.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So he was just knighted. I don't know, it was yesterday or today, whatever. And then I saw that, right? And you hear all these people getting knighted, whatever. And I wasn't sure, what does it really mean when somebody gets knighted? It's like, what is it? Like,
It's an honor.
It's an honor, right? So I wasn't sure exactly what it meant. So I looked it up. Do you know what it really means? Like what it is?
I mean, I know what a knight is. Like, you know, back in the olden days, a knight was one of the soldiers for the British monarchy, and you know, who was held in high esteem. Like Lancelot was, you know, the knight under King Arthur.
Okay, to be knighted in England means the king or the queen gives you an official honor for your achievement, service, or contributions to the country. So it's not royalty, but you become a king, or you don't become a king or a prince, but it's the highest civilian honor Britain can give. They usually receive the honor in a special ceremony, blah, 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 in Buckingham Palace.
Or they do the sword thing.
So it basically, the country officially recognizes you as someone who has made exceptional contribution in music, acting, science, charity work, humanitarian work, public service, or leadership.
Okay.
You know two people who've been knighted?
Like personally?
No. I know of.
I'm like, no, I don't run in that circle.
You know.
Well, I mean, like, whenever like Sir Elton John has been knighted, and like whenever these British people have like Sir or Dame in front of their title, so like Judi Dench has been knighted. I think Helen Mirren is a Dame.
That's the only two I have.
Oh, okay. So it's Sir so and so or Dame.
I wanted to look it up because you know you've seen it done before, but I was like, what does it actually really mean when you get knighted? You know, so I didn't know, but it's actually kind of cool because they're recognizing, you know, people who've maybe not pretty much dedicated most of their life, or if not a large part of their lives, just doing something wonderful for the community. So I love David Beckham.
I love the Beckhams. Listen, there was a picture of them the other day eating literally on Miracle Mile outside in Coral Gables. Experience Coral Gables, the Instagram page, posted it because they live here in Miami. Because I mean, he's here with Inter Miami.
Yeah, he lives at the.
I told Jose, I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna tell you right now that if I'm walking down the street and I see Posh and Bex,
that is your pass.
No, it's not even my pass. It's like I'm just letting you know right now that
you will flip.
La pena que va a pasar. I need you to just come to terms with that. It's going to happen and just film it all.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
And what did he say?
He's like, "Ay, Dios mío." I'm like, no. You understand? That is a Spice Girl. Okay.
So you're that level fan.
I am. Yeah. No, I've seen the girls. With the reunion tour. I've seen Sporty do solo shows. Like I am a Spice fan. So
but to the level of Mariah and Darian.
I don't know if it's at that level because there's 5 of them. So I have to divide my attention. But like Jerry Halliwell Horner now was here not that long ago to do a book signing, and I went to that. So
Hardcore.
So and Jerry's my favorite. We share a birthday. But yeah, so I told Jose, I'm just like, I just need you to understand that this is what's going to happen. That I'm gonna probably start like crying or yelling, or I don't know what.
You'll have a moment.
I'm gonna have a moment. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be a moment, and you're gonna have to record it.
Well,
because that's content for the show.
That might happen because that'll be great
it's content for the show.
But it might happen because they, like you said, they have a place here. They have a 10. I think it's 10 or 1 museum.
Yeah, they
museum
live.
Tower.
One of Jose's friends lives in the building across from them.
Yeah. They have a huge. I've seen it in their videos, not videos. Their
like Architectural Digest.
No, I saw it in the series. The series.
Her documentary.
Did you see her documentary?
I have not seen her documentary yet.
I really like her though.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't change anything. If anything, I respect her more. But I don't think the documentary was that exciting. I give the documentary like a 6.8. Like I was like, okay.
The thing with her at this point, and again, I'm a huge Spice fan. The thing with her at this point also is I think that, and this maybe goes for all 5 of them to varying degrees. There's been so many like documentaries or mini documentaries or there's so much footage of them as they came up, and they also came up in a moment where then we shifted to the world we are in now. That I think at this point it's like I don't necessarily know what's left for me to know about any of the 5 maybe from a superficial angle, right? So to your point of like I don't know if it's going to be interesting for me specifically because I also know so much about them. I had a similar feeling when I watched the documentary series of Robbie Williams, because I know I've read Robbie Williams' autobiography. I've followed his career. You know what I mean? I know so much about him that when I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, it's interesting, but I know all this. And so there was nothing new for me. And maybe that's an element of...
For me, it was a little different. Like, I just didn't find it that exciting. However, I did find it interesting because I didn't know all the struggles that she had gone through trying to become...
with the designer? It's a fashion designer.
A designer. Because, I mean, I knew she was a designer. She did well, but I didn't know everything that went. Yeah. I didn't know that she almost...
They lost money.
I didn't know that she didn't have any money at the end. At the beginning, she was the one with money, and he didn't have that much money. Then it flipped. And then at the end, she had no money. And literally, he was like paying. And at one point, he was like, look, if you don't do this now, we're done.
Yeah.
Not them.
The business.
Because like at one point, they were saying how they got an investor at the end, which is what saved her company. And when they started doing the math, she was spending about $100,000 a year just in plants. And she didn't know. Yeah, just $100,000 in plants.
I heard that part. That boggles me.
Yeah. So, but to me, it was eye-opening. Was like everything that she went through, the struggles that she went through to keep the business alive, and to be taken seriously. Because her first collection was great, but then it was like she didn't know how to, maneuver and manage a business, and that's why she started spending more than they actually had, and it just went downhill. And what I did like was the fact that it shows her as a very hard-working woman.
Yeah, I don't think any of the five of them, I would not say, have kind of just sat back and coasted. I think they've all tried to find their way.
And I enjoyed seeing her parents, how normal they are. They're just very normal. They could be your parents, my parents, and she comes from that. So I was like, I enjoyed it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but I thought the one that she had with her husband was more exciting than this one.
Well, that was about him.
Yeah.
The other one was about him. This was about her. Yeah.
And she talks about what she doesn't smile, all her insecurities. You know how, yes, you're a human being, and yes, you don't know these people, but when everyone's saying these horrible, nasty things about you, it gets to you. I guess she's like, that's why I don't smile, because when I smile, I don't like the way it looks, and then people are gonna nitpick, and so I was like, coño, I see that. So but I enjoyed it.
People are always gonna pick on your defenses. Like it's that thing of if I know this bothers you, that's low hanging fruit, and I'm going to pick on you for that, no matter how stupid it is.
Yeah.
If I know that it annoys you, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying in general, like people will pick on that one little stupid thing
and that's what they did.
Yeah, because until you turn it around and you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
So, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I have to see it.
Oh my God, I spent all this morning. This is gonna bore a lot of people, but remember, I was sorry.
Thanks for really building it up there.
But let me try to build it. Well, if there's anyone who watches this, that listens to this or watches this, that's into like Miss Universe, it's coming November 21st.
This is true.
I'm sure there are people who are. There's a huge, visually, it's very good. There's a huge scandal going on.
Oh, that's right. You were looking at it earlier.
Let me try to break it down very easily without boring anybody. Miss Universe is kind of like owned by like two people, but not really. It's owned by this guy named Raul Rocha from Mexico and this guy named something Juan. Sounds like a Juan, some Asian guy. And then hay como dos franquicias. Una es Miss Grand, la otra Miss Universe.
But they both come together.
Well, the thing is that it gets complicated because now the Asian guy
this is the learn part.
Owns kind of like the rights in Thailand. And Thailand is a host country because that's where Miss Universe is happening. So then Miss Universe is really the one that controls everything. But since it's in Thailand, he controls like the Asian division of the Asian girls and whatever.
So he has more weight this year.
No, only in that area.
But I'm saying in this year because it's the host country, right?
This is, Miss Universe is like, they're the ones mostly in charge. And then some of the girls complain because they make them do too many things. Like, oh, now you have to do a little commercial for this and whatever. Okay. And then in one of the meetings today, basically all the delegates were there, and there was a difference of opinion, and he started talking really bad to the girls.
Which one? Sorry.
To Mexico.
No. Which of the gentlemen?
The Asian one. Okay. He was like, you know what? If you don't, girls don't like it, you can leave. And you, Mexico, you're not very smart. You know what? I'm going to call security on you. And this was all being...
And this was a press conference.
Yeah, this was all being recorded live. And she got up. She's like, look, I'm sorry. Don't speak to me that way. Like, don't speak to me. If you have an issue with the company that I'm representing, that is your issue with them, with Miss Universe. Don't disrespect me.
Yeah.
I have a voice. You're not going to speak to me like that. You're not going to talk to me like that. You know, you're being very rude.
Bien hecho.
And they walked out. Like the majority of them, like 50 or 60
Of the girls.
walked out. And Miss Universe, who's this
The reigning Miss Universe.
the reigning Miss Universe, she walked out very elegantly, con mucha clase. She
Very
walked out,
poised.
and then very poised. And then all the media was there. She's like, "I'm sorry, but I cannot put up with that. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and watch a man disrespect a woman. That is horrible. It's terrible behavior, and I cannot condone it." And she walked out.
Good for her. She set the example. She set the tone.
And then they try to make things better. I mean, this is everywhere. And then they try to make things better. He's like, "Okay, everybody can come back in. But now Mexico. Now Mexico. I don't want Mexico."
Oh, so he's trying to make it better by by excluding her, by calling her out specifically.
So now the president of Miss Universe this is everywhere. He gave a press conference saying they will not tolerate anyone speaking the way they're doing to their delegates. And it's a shame because the one that's one of the favorite ones is Miss Thailand.
Okay.
She has been doing this for like 10 years. She is perfection.
Odds on.
Perfection. Everyone's like, she's going to win. But since he represents Asia
It's going to tarnish.
and the other guy represents Mexico.
O sea, la pobre, sin beberla ni comerla.
Yeah. So that's been everywhere today.
But here's my question for, here's my question for.
I hope I didn't lose so many people.
For that gentleman. No, listen, you were able to succinctly put it together, and actually, you know what? There's controversy, so that
It's
sells.
controversy.
My question to that gentleman, though, is like, how did you think this was going to play out? Because you didn't even do it behind closed doors. No. Not that it makes it better, but you literally did it at a press conference. Did you think that she was going to sit there and take it? And if she did, what did you think the global community was going to do? Like, what did you think people watching were going to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm so glad that he made that woman feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Because to make things worse, he represents this pageant called Miss Grand International. Now Miss Universe and Miss Grand International are together, right? Mm-hmm. But they're two separate pageants. And the reigning queen of the former reigning queen of that pageant, renunció and basically was crying.
Today?
No.
Like at the moment?
Last year.
When
last
it was
year.
her year.
In 2024, she started to cry. She's like, they treated me horrible. That man has treated me horrible. The way he talks to me, they would pinch me and say, look, you're fat. Like, it was horrible.
This is very shades of Alicia Machado.
It was worse. Based
But
on
I'm
what
saying
she
the shades of that, yeah.
And then, she resigned, and she's a beautiful Indian girl, breathtaking. And she resigned, and so he got horrible publicity. He's like, no, she didn't resign. Yo la voté. It was horrible. So you would think that after that he would be, on better behavior.
Right.
But no, it's a huge scandal. It's a huge scandal.
Wow.
I mean, if anything, it's gonna get more ratings because now everyone's like, si gana Thailand, that's his.
Where's that even airing?
I think you would see it like in Roku or YouTube.
Okay, because last year was on Roku.
Yeah, I saw it on Roku. So we'll see. I mean, I think there's more controversy because it's like there's two kind of owners, and one represents Mexico, the other one Thailand. There's like Mexico, she's okay, but Thailand, it's like
well, but now she's got some heat behind her.
Exactly, and everyone's following her and asking her. So if he wins, if Miss Universe picks the one from Thailand, they're gonna have to deal with him. And it's like, you see, like even though you kind of you were horrible, we still chose your girl. So the girl's at a disadvantage now. The one from Thailand.
It sucks because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with that poor woman.
I'm gonna try to show you.
Like after all is said and done, she is gonna pagar los platos rotos if she loses.
That's exactly.
And maybe
what
not. Maybe there's somebody else who's better.
That's exactly what.
But ultimately, that's just not. Again, like I said, what did this gentleman think was going to happen by doing this on such a public, forum?
I'm gonna show you a picture of her so you see.
Right.
She is una
Ay,
belleza.
la muchacha.
Look at that.
That's Miss Thailand?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She is. Parece una muñeca.
No. It's like one of those
Like she
beautiful
looks like
women
a
I've ever
Barbie.
seen. And she's been training for that for 10 years.
She's
Y va a
stunning.
pagar ¿cómo tú dices? Va a pagar los platos
rotos.
rotos. Yeah.
She's absolutely stunning. Wow.
Beautiful.
I mean, all these women are just they're
No, not all of
there
them.
is not
Not all. You saw that, right?
there is not an unattractive woman among them. Like at the end of the day, they are all absolutely stunning. And look, there's a reason that they are, Miss Universe. Although it should really just be called Miss, Milky Way, but
There's
fine.
so many. Eric doesn't understand that I watch all that.
No?
There's another one, another contest. He's like, you're watching another one? I'm like,
Wait, he doesn't get it, but he's French. They like design.
No, he's not into that.
No, I know, but they came up with the concept of fashion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
But it's interesting because, for example, all their contestants, you cannot enter a pageant and for Miss Universe France, if you've had any plastic surgery. They won't allow it.
I like it.
So all women that go there, they don't have their nose done, they don't have their teeth
You know
done.
what though? I like that.
Yeah,
I like that because I think that anybody can look. We're not going to get into the plastic surgery talk again on this show, but it's not the same to go in and just buy a look and then be like, oh my God, you're stunning versus being stunning naturally. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's two different ways of going at it. And I think that there's something to be said for like appreciating their beauty at the most natural versus basically going and buying a title, shall we say.
Well, but the problem is that most women in a beauty pageant have something done. They have their boobs done, they have their nose done, their teeth done, their ears pulled back. It's like they almost all have something done.
Yeah. Well, then
so you're at a disadvantage.
They're not really beautiful then. They're all
No,
dogs.
that's not true.
They're all
Oh
hideous.
my
I
God,
hate
what's
all of them.
Hey, listen, relax. We're not talking AI. You know.
You really want to put that quarter in the past couple days with AI?
I haven't seen anything about AI in the last couple of days.
There's always something.
I love AI. It's helped me so much.
Cállate.
I'm an assistant for the first time in my life. I've never had an assistant except for now.
Really? Never?
For what?
I don't know.
Never had an assistant.
I don't know what happens on a red carpet. Maybe you need somebody there to have an assistant. Yeah.
Oh no. When I went to the red carpet, I had,
okay. See,
I had a crew of
okay. So there, I'm not crazy.
like 10, 12 people.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't tell me you've never had an assistant.
But it wasn't working for me. I mean, they were doing. I mean, I had a producer. I had like another person that would help me. Then I had like an editor. I had a photographer. I had then everyone in the truck. But I mean, they're not working for me. I mean, we're working together.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, I want a coffee.
But I'm sure,
I could have asked the interest to do that, but I felt bad.
I was like, I'm sure you could have asked nicely and they would have brought you a coffee.
I would never do that because I don't like coffee.
Okay, un agua or un juguito or something.
We all worked as a team. We really did.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, I wasn't even thinking of it from a diva perspective. I was thinking it from a perspective of like, shit, I can't move because I have to stand.
No, they do that.
I have to stand here.
Yeah,
so
they would do that.
Can you please bring me like...
They would bring me water or they would bring me like,
right.
if I'm sweating here, Roy, está sudando.
Right. See, I was not assuming you were doing it from a diva perspective. I was assuming you were doing it from a, fuck, I can't move from this spot because we're about to come back in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
See? Give me the benefit of the doubt. Yes. All right. Well, do you have anything else? Because for me, this was actually a very slow week. I don't have much to talk about.
I had another one.
Okay.
I had
because I'm looking at my list and I'm like,
Oh well.
not really.
I just want to see what you guys think about this.
Okay.
You know that Kim Kardashian, she's gotten so much press about this. What was
the
it called?
moon landing?
No, Chico.
She said she doesn't believe in the moon landing.
No, I know, but that all's fair.
Yes.
No, you're right. I thought that was stupid for her to say that.
That's a remnant from being married to Kanye.
It's like, how can she say that? So stupid. But anyhow, you know the All's Fair premiere that they've been
it
everywhere.
It premieres this week.
It premieres today.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well,
on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Fake. Oh,
Fake Friday. Yeah.
Whatever.
This week.
Anyhow, and then I was taken back by all their outfits and all that. Whatever. That's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to ask you was like, do you think it's fair that this cast is an incredible cast?
Oh yeah,
okay?
it's Glenn Close.
I mean, it's Naomi Watts, Niecy Vash,
I love Niecy Nash.
Teyana Taylor, which she's more of a newcomer. Sarah Paulson,
Glenn Close,
and Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Pero la ponen a ella como the center, the main character.
I think she's the main character.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the show because initially it was sold as an ensemble.
I can tell you.
I think she's the main character.
Also follows alum grand Kim Kardashian, a glamorous but very controversial and single-profile divorce attorney in LA, known for her designer lifestyle, viral fame, and major public scandals. So it's centered around her. So I'm like, coño, these are like A-listers.
Academy Award nominees.
And usually when they're doing interviews, like she's in the middle. And I'm like, damn. Like, I understand the business behind that. She has quadrillions of followers.
Fine.
But I don't know if a matter of respect, it should be the main, characters, those main A-lister actresses, and then her. I would have said that if I was her. Put me on the side. Let's make sure that they get the attention. I want to get the attention, but she's always centers. And I'm like,
So,
she hasn't earned that in my opinion.
As an actress, she has not. I will give you that 1,000%. I will say if she is the main character of the show, which it sounds, or again, publicity-wise, it sure seems that way, then I can understand why she's in the middle, right? Because if she is the main character, the main focus of the show, okay, fine, you put her in the middle. I think the problem here is that it's Kim Kardashian.
I like Kim Kardashian.
Right, but Kim is not an actress, and she's especially not an actress at the caliber of these women who have won awards.
Glendale.
Yes, Glendale. Yes, the city in California has won many awards. Again, Emmy winners, Emmy nominees, Academy Award nominees, Academy Award winner. You know what I mean? Like, to your point, that type of pedigree, and then it's like, and here's Kim Kardashian, owner of Spanx or whatever, whatever her Skims, her brand is. So it's like, yes, from that perspective, I was like bothered a little. I would be like, have you earned this spot as an actress? Right. Have you earned this spot? Now, I also know that I believe this. I know it's going to be on Hulu, so I'm assuming it's probably an FX Fox production, which means that this is ultimately a Disney production, which means
it's
that
by the same guy that does
Ryan Murphy. It's from Ryan Murphy. Yeah. So it's probably through FX, which means that it's probably through Disney, which means that this is a Disney production, and Disney has deemed every element of this press junket. I am sure Disney has said, like, this is where you sit, this is where you sit, you're going to wear this, you're going to wear that, this is how we're going to present it. So there's also an aspect of it, to your point, that is just the PR machine at work that has probably said to them, this is what's going to happen. Now, I also think that these are 5 women who are at a level of fame and achievement, irrespective of Kim not being an actress, but they all have a certain level of achievement that I think that, to your point, if she had really wanted to, she probably could have gone in there and been like, I get it, I hear you, but you know what? That's disrespectful to Glenn. Or
put me here, I'm part of the ensemble.
I'm part of the ensemble, but I don't.
Put me here, like, put them there.
But I don't deserve to be the front of this because this is my first major starring lead role on a series, blah, 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 blah. Well, not really, because she did the horror story with Ryan Murphy.
Yeah. I didn't finish watching it.
No one did.
Yeah, it was not that great. What do you think about that, Junior?
Well,
does it bother you? Not really.
Junior's like, I really don't have opinions on Kim Kardashian.
I really don't care too much,
okay.
but
Got it. Thank you.
But I am the voice of wisdom. So
it's true.
What I will say is that this is a role that has to do with law, right? She's playing a lawyer.
Yep.
She also recently went to law school. So I don't know if it was to become a lawyer or to play one on TV. And obviously, her father is one of the most legendary. Is a part of one of the most legendary cases and law firms and groups, etc., of all time.
You're right.
So she does have a very extensive law background. That's what I think she'd be leaning into and on, versus the acting chops of just her being a salesperson for everything that she does and sells. But I think she has the law background actually covered a little bit.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Then again,
what do I know? I have no idea. So
Is that the same person though?
That's Yzma. Yes.
None of us.
That's
none
Daphne.
of us back here know.
That's Daphne.
Take
Daphne,
it from here.
Oh, that is Daphne?
Yes, that was Daphne.
Sounded a little
yes.
different.
Yeah, I think but Daphne is the demographic for this show, for All's Fair. So I think Daphne's going to have opinions next week.
I'm going to watch a little bit tonight.
I'll watch the first episode for sure.
Oh, no, I'm going to watch it.
Well, I'm saying...
why only the first episode?
Well, because if I don't like the first episode, I'm not going to keep watching
I'm
it.
going to watch. Oh, no.
I mean, that's why I'm like, I'm going to watch the first one. If I like it, I'll keep watching it. If I don't, I won't.
Without ensemble.
I just got a text from Daphne. She's not watching it, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's
no
not.
tiene Hulu.
How old is Daphne?
Ni FX.
How old is Daphne?
I don't know, but she looks great.
Yeah.
She looks great for whatever it is.
But is she Hispanic?
Whatever age she stands behind and stands on.
But is she a minor or she's an adult?
No. Daphne's over 21 for sure.
No, she's not a minor. She works at Barnes and Nobles. She's not a.
But Barnes and Noble. Oh, she works in the
Barnes
one of the
and
Gables.
No, she's not a minor. She doesn't work mining. She works.
Got it.
At Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
But I was thinking
also volunteers as a librarian también. She missed out from getting the Reading Rainbow, which shout out to Michael, the librarian. He's the one that is now the new voice of the Reading Rainbow.
I actually want to get him on the show.
Rainbow.
He would probably
he's Latino, so that's why.
be able to.
I love that show.
He would say yes.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Let's manifest
Let's
the same way that
manifest.
we
That's what we do
manifested
here.
many things on this show.
Michael, the librarian, we are
Michael the
manifesting you over here.
Yes, for next season.
To pero let me tell you,
Yeah.
a good hangueando sesh.
Yes, a great
Namaste.
hangiano sesh. Because, we'll be able to talk about Reading Rainbow, and that's always a good. That's always a good day.
Good memories. The Reading Rainbow. Come on.
I can do anything. Take a look. It's in a book.
The Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. Well, on that nostalgic note, you know what? We're going to go for our last break.
I was not interrupted.
Yeah. The holidays are here, and with them come all our traditions. From cajachina to turkey to coquito and 12 grapes at midnight. And for over 50 years, Café La Llave has been there for each and every one of them. We take pride in keeping our traditions alive, unapologetically passing them on to the next generation, like making sure you've got the espumita just right. It takes a certain level of bold to unapologetically keep your culture alive, pero that's exactly what Café La Llave is doing. So when you're boldly celebrating the holidays your way, Café La Llave is always invited to the party. And we're back. All right, so it's last cafecito time with our friends from Café La Llave. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You could go first.
All right, so I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. My last cafecito is actually going to Lego, the Lego company. They make the bricks that we all hate stepping on. But the reason I'm giving it to them is because I just recently found out that they have been donating like little Lego versions, like toys, of versions of the MRI scanners to children's hospitals because research has found that they reduce anxiety. So research found that 96% of healthcare professionals who used the Lego MRI scanner set said the model helped alleviate children's anxiety, and 46% reported that it reduced the need for sedation or anesthesia during MRI procedures. So, listen, not usually in the game of giving las cafecitos to a huge corporation, but I think
nice.
that is something really good, and it's
a random act of kindness.
It's a random act of kindness, and also it's something that's in their wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Like, because we think of all the Lego sets that exist, and something as simple as just a child playing with a miniature version of what they're about to experience. I think it really does. It obviously research has shown it helps reduce their just fear of it. And we sometimes forget that the smallest little thing, fear sometimes comes from the unknown. And when a child or a person is exposed to certain things, or at least educated on certain things, it may not erase that fear 100%, but it does help them understand it a little bit more. And, what better way than a Lego?
That's nice. That's a nice one. I like it. It's nice. I like Lego. I love Lego. Mine is a little out there.
I love an out there cafecito.
You see, my cafecito goes to people that I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's me every week.
Well, my cafecito goes to these people that come up with these explosive devices, right?
Wait.
Yes.
When you say explosive devices.
Yes, I'll explain.
Okay.
I hate, although I live in an apartment, it doesn't happen too much. I hate when you see all these videos of these homes and you see these jerks, these a-holes, okay, going and stealing the freaking packages, right? So now you have all these homeowners that they have come up with the box.
Okay.
And then inside there's all this like explosive like powder, like it's either blue or red or yellow. And then you see the people, they catch the people stealing the packages and
on the ring.
On the ring. So as soon as they get the package, they go, bah! And then it shoots out and all this like, like when...
It's like a gender reveal.
Well, like a gender reveal, but it goes all in their face, all in their face,
Bien
all
hecho.
in their face, and it explodes. So when I see that, I'm like, good, because look at this guy con su cara fresca coming to this person's home who paid for, this thing or who's waiting for it, and you come a lo descarado and you get it. So as soon as they get it, they go, pa. So whoever came up with that, and now, I mean, it's on my feed because I'm always watching. It's coming out everywhere.
Your algorithm must be fantastic.
I have no idea. I'm like, good for them. Good for them. And they can see it. Lo pueden degustar. Well, that's for food. They can enjoy it. They can just enjoy it. So I'm like, if I had a home, I would totally do that.
Especially with the holidays around the corner.
Absolutely.
Where absolutely is the case. People, you hear that every year.
And there was a guy that it exploded. He goes, like, ah. And he's talking to the camera. He's like, you almost killed me. And she's like, well, you were trying to steal my package. Yeah. He's like, but you almost killed me he's like, anyways, the last time I stole from you had a pen. And she's like, you
came back?
And then you know what he ended up saying? I'm going to call the police.
Being hecho, do it. You just confessed on camera to stealing from me.
Right. So I was like, okay. So anyhow, for whoever invented those little packets that, shoot out this explosive powder in the person's face, good for them. So that's my last cafecito.
No sean descarado.
My last cafecito goes to them.
Good. Very good, very good, very good. So as we wrap up, I want to just bring one thing to everybody's attention. So if you're listening to this on Friday, on November 7th, we will be at Beat Culture with Pim Pam Pollo, of course. But in addition to that, last week we did talk about Hurricane Melissa and how disaster relief was probably going to be starting soon. Mm-hmm. So there is a disaster relief drive. There's a group of Volkswagen owners that meets once every so often at Beat Culture. And so on November 7th, they will be holding a disaster relief for Hurricane Melissa, and they're asking, bring feminine care products, toiletries, new and old clothes, non-perishable food items. So if you're in the area, if you hear this on Battle Friday, November 7th, between 7 and 11 p.m., swing by Beat Culture, drop those off, and then stick around and have some wings and a beer.
That's nice.
But
very nice
so definitely, it's again, we're going to probably be seeing more and more of these now, hopefully, as relief efforts ramp up to help everyone in Jamaica. So
that's nice of you guys to do.
Yeah. All right, so that is episode 368, and we hope you listened, laughed, and learned. As always, I totally forgot. I totally blanked right now. As always, we want you to.
2, 1.
That's the theme of today. 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
As always, grab your pastelito, your croqueta, and your cafecito, and thank you for joining us. And we will see you again next week.
And hello to Daphne.
Oh, hello to Daphne, yes.